welcome to another video, and today I'm going to be showing you some new stuff and everything new in 18W07A to C. Now we're currently in C, that's the current version, but there were snapshots before this that were 18W07A and B, and these are all things from A to C. So let's get right into it. So first up, we have new building blocks. So these are the stripped blocks, and I'll get to those later, or soon. But here we have the slabs and stairs for Prismarine, and I think these look pretty cool. And yeah, so I think they're pretty cool. And yeah, they're just the stairs. That's really all it is. But it's pretty cool for builders and everyone who likes building. So, yeah. Now, we also have the stripped logs, which you get by right-clicking logs with an axe. So, if I right-click these, they turn into their stripped version. I really like the dark oak. It looks pretty cool. The jungle is all... oh, it's pretty cool. It's has less of a border, kind of. To me, it looks like that. Well, I guess there's kind of one on top and bottom. And we have the oak. They all look pretty cool, and there are more. I only said 3, but I'd say that they all look pretty cool. Moving on, we have a sneaking, well, it's not an animation, ignore the signs, they're just for me to help, but it's a sneaking, like, transition. So, as you can see, when I sneak, it's more of a transition rather than a jerky motion. So that's pretty cool. And yeah. Next up, we have a swimming animation. So if I am in water and we control, like we hold sprint while we do this, and then our sprint key, then you can see that we actually have a really cool animation. Yeah, it's an animation, and this is probably the most advanced animation we've seen. Now, even better, if you're flying, you go really fast. Yeah, it's so cool. I really like this. I'm gonna love this update. I thought it was like ocean stuff, not interesting to me, but then, they were gonna command block, which I like, and now this is actually way more interesting than I thought it was gonna be, and, so yeah, also slabs underwater and stuff, they have no weird water. It's kind of hard to talk. It's kind of hard if you don't even know what I'm talking about, then, well, don't worry about it. But yeah, so you can see it's a really cool animation. Your legs are pretty normal. I thought they spread out, but no. But your arms have this really cool, like, kind of pushing the water animation. So, really cool. Now here we have, oh, I just passed it, snaking in water. So as you can see, I'm in the water here, but if I start sneaking, I go down a lot faster. So yeah, that is quite cool in my opinion. And I can't get up. Well, it's hard to get up things in this version of Minecraft, but whatever. Come on, there we go. Next up, we have these bubble columns. So soul sand will work, and it will basically, so if you place in these, you'll notice that bubbles start to appear, and for some reason, like, there's a delay, but yeah, you can see that these in magma blocks look like this. So apparently this has a lot more bubbles. I'm not sure if that's a bug or anything, but yeah, so these will pull you down, and the magma blocks will obviously hurt you and like damage you. Obviously sneaking will stop. But if you actually like, you can't even, like, I'm holding space right now, and it's not making me go up. You have to use that new sprinting stuff, so that's pretty cool. And the soul sand, well, it does the opposite, and it, like, pushes you up. Now, this is a little weird. It seems like it would be the other way around, because soul sand, like, you go a little lower when you're on it. Like, well, I guess it's hard to know, but you probably know you go a little lower when you go on it, so it's like down, you go down, so it would go down, and also at the top, most of them actually pop, which look pretty cool. But anyway, and like heat rises or something, but I mean, Maybe they'll swap them eventually, but it's okay. I mean, it's not like I'm hating anything in the snapshot. Not at all. It's real. Everything's actually really cool. But, guys, just that I just think it doesn't really make sense this way. But anyway, if you go above water, you'll notice that my bubble bar goes down quite slowly when I'm here. But if I go up, it actually comes back. But the cool thing is that it actually comes back like with a kind of a transition, I guess. So yeah, that's pretty cool. In like it transitions, so you can't anymore just like go up and then you're good or anything. You have to actually stay up until your whole meter goes back up. So that's pretty cool. I like that. But yeah, next up we have the Trident. Now, actually, I forgot here that you can actually boats on the bubble columns will shake, and then it will. I'm not gonna make splashing sounds, and then fall, and then you are stuck down here. Well, I mean, you can get out easily, but yeah. Anyway, next up we have the Trident. Now, this is probably, in my opinion, it is the coolest feature of the snapshot. And let's just take a look at it, and I'll show you. It's the Trident. Now, it has 4 enchantments. It's got Loyalty, which Impaling, Riptide, and Channeling. So this is what it is. Without any enchantments, you throw it kind of like a bow and arrow, but it's like one item. It's like you're throwing the arrow. And as you can see, if I go in, oh, what was that? It's like it was like I'm all lit up. Well, I mean, I was. I don't know. It's like I'm lit up from the back here. What the heck? Well, anyway, let's move on. So yeah, the Trident's pretty cool in that way. And then it lights you up. Yeah, anyway. So yeah, it's like a bow and arrow, but actually in F5, it has a cool pose that you do when you're right before you shoot it. And I can actually shoot it at the screen. Like, ha ha ha, boom! Anyway, so these are the enchantments do. Loyalty will make it return to the player when they throw it. And the higher the level, the faster it will come back to you. So you might think it just, once it touches the ground, it instantly is back to you. But no, it actually has to transition, sort of, like move towards you. It doesn't instantly like teleport to you. Impaling does more damage to sea mobs only when thrown. And the higher level, more damage it will do to the sea mobs. And max 5. Now, the sea mobs means squids, guardians, elder guardians, and that there's probably more that I'm not thinking of. But yeah, all those kinds of mobs. Not like creepers, skeleton. Doesn't do anything to those kinds of mobs. Only sea mobs. Not mobs that are in the sea. So if you have a creeper underwater, it won't do anything. It's only like, if you have a guardian above water, it still will work. So it's basically just a type of mob, not where they are. Riptide shoots the player forward when you throw it in rain, well, while it's raining, or while they're in water. Now, I don't really like this for the rain thing, but in water, it's really cool. And I'll get why I don't like it in rain soon. And then the higher level, the farther it will shoot you. And also, kind of, I think the farther it'll shoot the Trident itself. But I'm not sure if that's true or not. Anyway, Channeling will spawn a lightning bolt if it hits a mob while it's thundering. Of course, not underwater because fire and like lightning, they don't go underwater. And it has no level. It's like 1, I guess. So yeah, so let's look at Loyalty, and as you can see, it will come back to me. This is all the highest level, and so yeah, it comes back to me quite quickly. Now, next up we have Impaling, which not really going to go over, I'm not going to go in the sea and look at mobs. And then we've got Riptide, which will shoot me only if it's raining or thundering, but yeah. And then we got Channeling. So here they are all. Whatever. That's all the enchantments. And if we teleport ourselves even in here, get some creepers, and if we shoot, you can see that it makes a bunch of. Well, okay, I died. That's why I don't like the Riptide enchantment for the rain, because if you're trying to hit a target, like I want to hit these creepers over here, instead of hitting them, you go down to it, and they'll hit you and, well, kill you. So that's why I don't like the enchantment very much. But if it's in the water, then I love it. But not in the water, I don't like it. So if it comes back to me, it looks like it's a bit buggy, but this is snapshot version, so it definitely will be fixed. But anyway, let's see, where is he? Ah, there you are. Can you even come back to me? Okay, there we go. But anyway, as I was saying, if we can find where I was, and whoa, this went far. Wait, where am I? I don't even know this place. This is really far away. I'll have to kill myself. Whoa. I don't know. Now, as a chunk slow because I died. The game crashed for some reason. Okay, we're encountering bugs as I'm making the video. But, if it doesn't crash when I load the world, then, we're okay. So I guess I didn't really die, and I don't know where I am. But I think I can kill me. Can I kill me, or will it crash? Yeah, okay. But anyway, back to what we were doing. Minecraft bugs getting in the way of my video. But anyway, as you can see, it will shoot me forward as I go. So you can actually kind of spam. I mean, you can't just go like this, like what I'm doing. That doesn't actually shoot it. But I mean, you can kind of go pretty fast with it. And actually, you might need to shoot it all the way up so that it takes you further. But it might be faster than not even do anything. It even makes a cool sound. Yeah, okay, it sounds really cool. Yeah, you can kind of hear it. It's pretty cool if you can hear. Maybe turn up your computer volume. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. It is a really cool item. It is my favorite item so far in the update. Well, apart from, well, yeah, that's it. It is. So, yeah, I'm really liking the Trident. It's really cool, but I kind of don't like it when you are fighting in Thunderstorm. Well, in the Thunderstorm, it'll put, and when you're fighting in rain, and then you just go forward. Just, I guess, don't have the enchantment. But I like it. I love it underwater, but I don't like it from when you're just kind of sitting around, I guess. But anyway, let's see. Let's keep going. So, new ocean look. So, this one is pretty cool. As you can see, I have night vision and water breathing, which gives me a pretty cool view of the place. And as you can see, I really like the new, it's got kelp and seagrass, but we'll get to soon. And yeah, it just looks a lot nicer, in my opinion. It looks a lot better. And yeah, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, new kelp and seagrass. So this stuff's pretty cool, and not spectator. But yeah, this stuff's pretty cool. It has an animation, which is pretty, well, I guess this doesn't. But yeah, it has an animation and everything. So kelp, I'll get to soon. But seagrass, okay, I'll get to, yeah, seagrass and stuff is pretty cool. So seagrass and kelp you just use underwater and everything. Yeah, so it's pretty simple. Oh, I don't have my effects. But at least this gives you an opportunity to see what it looks like without anything, without you having anything. So like, without you having any effects on. Well, if from above, it actually, you can see it pretty well. But from down here, it's harder. But yeah, I like the kelp and everything. It looks pretty cool. And if you go ahead and place this, you can see that that's what the seagrass looks like. And that's what the kelp looks like. But if I'm in creative mode, you can actually see it goes up a lot more. And bone, well, I'll get to a lot later. But yeah, so it's pretty cool stuff. And now I'm going to go on to a little more about kelp, which is really cool. And I'm going to go, yeah, along a little bit more about kelp. So, dried kelp block looks pretty cool. That's the block. You can't actually craft it, so good luck getting it crafting. Good luck getting it in survival. But in a furnace, you can actually cook kelp, and it will turn into dried kelp. Now, dried kelp will, well, as you can see, you can eat it, and that's fine, right? I'm just trying not to die here. But you eat it, like every second. Like, let's see, 1, 2, 3. That's actually faster than a second. So you eat it a ton faster than normal food. So you can see, I eat this food. Now it only fills up your hunger 1 bar, but it's still pretty cool in my opinion. I think it's pretty cool. And so the dried kelp block is making, it can be used as fuel, and that's really good fuel. It's only gone down 1, fuel level, and it's going all the way. It might actually do a whole stack. I'm not sure though. Maybe not quite. Maybe like a half stack or 16, but I think 16 is a bit low. But yeah, it's making the dried kelp if you cook kelp. And yeah, I'm not sure how much it'll cook, but maybe we'll come back to that at the end of the video. Actually, we will come back to that at the end of the video. And yeah, you can collect it with your hand. You don't have to have a tool to break that block. And now we have bone meal that spawns seagrass. So if we actually go under the water here, you can see that it looks quite cool. If we place it down, it turns into a bunch of seagrass. I wish it could spawn a little kelp, but it doesn't. So right-clicking 1 seagrass will actually make more, or make a double high one. So yeah, just like tall grass. It works basically exactly the same as the tall grass stuff. So yeah, now on to the next thing, which is the phantom. Now, it's pretty cool, and the way it works is if you haven't slept for a while, then, if I can find it, yeah, so I think it'll be since last rest, 5 minutes. So that is not very long. It's 5 minutes, so that's fine. That's not long, is it? And we can actually spawn him in, and this is what he looks like. He goes down and has a kind of dumb AI sometimes if he gets too low. If we spawn him at the ground, he goes down and just does that. But anyway, if you actually spawn them up high, they look a lot better. So let's go world height limit. No, not that high. But anyway, if you spawn them in, they usually spawn in packs, I think. But yeah, so now you'll notice if I go into survival mode and set it to night, I guess, because there's the monster of the night sky is what its name was before it was actually added and named the phantom. It was named. Oh! They're still eating me? 5 real minutes is long enough for them to anger at me? Wow. Well, get out! I don't like you. Well, what I want to do is stop me. What? But anyway, if you sleep in a bed, then guess what? They will actually not go after you. How did that happen? What? You can't sleep? If you can't sleep, then how are you supposed to... What? This doesn't make sense. I can't sleep. What? How are you then this is okay, it's a snapshot, so I'm not supposed to be getting angry at the game because it's a snapshot, but I don't think that's very fair that you can't even sleep. When you're trying to sleep, they just get you. What? I didn't know that was a thing. That's not fair. I think they need to change that because if they get you while you're sleeping, you can't sleep. Now, every time you die, the timer does reset. So, right now, they will not actually go after me. I don't think. Oh, wait, they do? Why do they go after me? Well, I guess dying is supposed to reset it, and it does, but whatever. If I sleep, in theory, they shouldn't go after me. Okay, it's buggy snapshots, it's not supposed to do this. If you're asleep, it's because I have daylight cycle off. That's why, probably. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, you get the idea. They're still trying to hit me while I'm in Phantom. They're still trying to hit me while I'm in this game mode in creative mode. Anyway, let's just set it back to noon. So yeah, that's about it. I guess I'll quickly go over the size tag. So what this is basically, as you can see, it can just make phantoms any size you want with, or I guess it's not tag, it's a size NBT. And it's just like this. This is what you do. So that's it. It's pretty cool. and not too much about that part. But yeah, big part here is turtles. Not too interesting to me, but I mean, sure some of you find it pretty interesting. And there's actually a lot to cover about these. So let's get going. So the turtle mob has 25 hearts, and if you kill it, it drops some seagrass, as we know. And so there we go. I got some seagrass. Look at that. And also, if you can have 2 turtles, and you can breed them with seagrass and on sand, or I think just on most blocks, but I'm pretty sure it might only be on sand. If you give it some time, it will make an egg that will hatch, actually. So as you can see, these are the turtle eggs, and if you place them, they appear, and then as you keep placing them, then more appear on that block. And then breaking them with Silk Touch tool, or Silk Touch, anything, will give you 1 egg, but you can actually stand on them. You'll break them. So you jump, and it breaks. And I think just standing on them can break them as well. But you know what's even better about okay, that's not a glitch anymore. I fixed that later, but this is like an older world. But anyway, you know what's even weirder and kind of more sad for the turtles is that zombies, that's not a very good idea. Zombies will actually, the zombies in like Pigman will kill them. Well, they'll try. And at night only, though. Night. And as you can see here, they will go toward it. Now, they're not, because it has to be even more night, I think. But if I get some in, they should go towards it. I thought they would, right? No? They're not going towards the eggs. You want it? No? Really? Game rule. Do daylight cycle. True. I think that affects some things here. No, they don't want it. Well, maybe they don't or something, but I thought normally they would start going here and then jump on the eggs. But apparently they're not doing it because I want them to. But anyway, the turtles, when they hatch, and then if I go like time, add 1,000. Set the time. Day 9, blah, blah, blah. This isn't working at all. Okay, let's just time set 0. So apparently they don't do anything. But, yeah. So, no? Okay, well anyway, they'll hatch into the baby turtles. And the baby turtles, when they grow up, they will give you, I for some reason lost it, Scoot. Now what Scoot does is you can craft it into a turtle shell. So as you can see, it makes a turtle shell. And if you wear it, it gives you +2 armor. And going in the water, you'll get 10 seconds of water breathing, and then it counts down to 0. But if you're out here, you'll stay at 10 seconds. But once you enter water, it won't. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And you even get this nice look. It looks better, I guess you could say. So yeah, and then you can brew it, if you want, to get some Potion of the Turtle Master. Now, the Potion of the Turtle Master gives you resistance and slowness. Now, the slowness makes sense because turtles are slow, and the resistance makes sense because they have a shell, and the shell protects them. So, makes sense. And adding something that'll make it stronger will give you slowness 6, which makes you almost where you can't move. And resistance 6 means you can't get hurt at all. So, yeah, pretty overpowered, except for the slowness part. And yeah, so I'd say it's a pretty cool potion, and it goes, and using the thing that'll make it go up a level, or up time duration, makes it 3 minutes. So yeah, it's a pretty cool thing. And yeah, the baby turtles will go towards water, and every now and then they'll go back on their home beach. I'm sure they probably in their NBT have some sort of home tag or something. If I get a baby turtle, they'll probably have like a home position tag. I don't know, but maybe not. I don't know. But that's the turtle. Pretty big thing. But yeah, so let's head back all the way over here, back to our little place area. So, and then now, second to last thing, we've got items will float to the surface of water, as you can see. And yeah, they all go up to the top. That's a little small thing. But lastly, we have some bugs. So first off, we have the water, invisible water. Now what this does is it'll make it so that water on this stuff is invisible. You can't see it. So that's definitely a glitch. And also this can happen. There's still water here. Has physics, but it doesn't, you can't see it. So that's another bug. Or that's the same bug actually. That's just a different effect that's weirder. Sprint flying, if you start, you can't stop. So I'm sprint flying, but now I can't stop sprint flying until I land. So yeah, it's a bit funny. And that also means you make some funny particles, if I can. Yeah, you make particles. Yeah, wait, what? I'm not? Why? Okay. If you can get on the right Y level, you will make particles. If I can do it. So as you can see, I am, I'm making these particles, and it's quite funny. Yeah, so that's a glitch. Another one. Trident model, it goes down, so you can see it goes below here, and it will also go out of item frames as well. Sponges, well, they seem normal at first glance, but as you can just see right here, they're not as normal as they see. Yeah, that's right. They will try to, and then they kind of end up like this if you don't touch them, or if you make two next to each other. But this happens, and apparently this happens as well, where it like you can see underwater. But yeah, so it's a bit funny. Glitches, yeah, glitches everywhere. But anyway, if you remember, I was going to check the furnace, which yes, it is done. So what has it done? It cooks 20. Okay, so not as many as I thought, but 20 is still a pretty good number. And once I add a crafting recipe for it, it's easy to get kelp, like really easy. If you have an ocean, go dig kelp. And I'm pretty sure, would shears do it? I'm not sure how you dig it. It's a good thing. But if you just get tons of kelp, make some kelp blocks once the recipe is in, and just, yeah, each one can make 20 things, so it's a really good sort of fuel, because kelp is not hard to get, although you do have to cook it in order to get the dried kelp to craft it, because I'm assuming the way you'll craft it is like 9 dried kelp. But yeah, so yeah, but anyway, that's about it for the video. Quite a long one. If you did enjoy the video, do not forget to leave a like and subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Hope you enjoyed!